All right, what's going on, big dogs? So before we get started, I just want to say I'm sorry if I sound a little off. I'm pretty sick right now, so hopefully I don't sound too terrible and you guys can actually tolerate the video. But anyways, let's move on. So we all know who Riot Games is. Riot Games is, of course, the creator of games like League of Legends, Valorant, Teamfight Tactics, League of Legends Wild Rift, and they have a few other RPGs and stuff in the works right now. I'm sure will be phenomenal because it seems like every game they release is usually pretty top tier. Now, Riot is not shy about being a more quote-unquote woke company or whatever. They always do pride events and all that stuff, and all that's fine and dandy. That's absolutely fine. But what we're here to talk about today is actually with their game Valorant. So Valorant is a game a lot like a combination of CSGO and Overwatch. You have agents that you have to use that have special abilities, and you have to purchase these abilities like you would have to purchase weapons and stuff, just like you do in CSGO or CS2 now. So it's this cunning first-person strategy shooter where it is the assault team versus the defense team, and the assault team is just trying to get to a spot and blow it up, and the defense team is just there to stop them from doing that. So either the one team blows it up and wins, or the other team stops them and wins, or you eliminate each other. If you eliminate the whole team, you win. They eliminate all you lose. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm sure we all know what I'm talking about. Well, they actually released a new agent called Clove, and Clove is a polarizing character, to say the least, or agent, to say the least. So like I said, Riot's very open about having LGBTQ, characters in their games. Unless they're in China, they obviously are a corporation and kind of bend to whatever the trending or popular thing is in the region. So like in North America, we will have like pride events. A lot of the characters in the game are gay or openly gay or whatever, and that's all fine and dandy. But if you were to play in like China and stuff, none of that's obviously happening, because over there that is banned, forbidden. You're not allowed to do that kind of stuff. So it's kind of a no-go over there. But they released this new agent Clove, and not that this champion's broken or busted or that she's bad for the game or anything like that, but they actually decided that Clove is the first non-binary character in Valorant. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about this kind of stuff, but the way I look at it is I really don't care about what character I'm using in a video game. Like in League of Legends, for instance, which you're probably watching now, I main Kindred, right? I main Kindred, who is a lamb girl who has a wolf that follows around, and she's basically like the death of the League of Legends universe. That's like her lore. Totally fine with that, right? There's nothing crazy about that. In a lot of shooters, I play the female skins because in my mind, their body frames are usually a little thinner, so I feel like the hitbox is smaller. Maybe I'm harder to see, harder to hit, that kind of stuff, but whatever. I don't care what character I'm playing, as long as if it gives me an advantage or it's a character I enjoy playing, I'm going to play it. I don't really care what their background is, so to speak. Like the lore behind the character really does nothing for me, because I'm there just to play, to either have fun or win. And so I'm not going to be like, oh, I can't immerse myself fully now that I'm playing a gay character. Gasp. And honestly, I don't think this person or this agent would have been as controversial. It wasn't for the fact that a lot of streamers were actually coming out and saying that if you misgendered this agent, you were going to get banned. So a lot of streamers on release were playing this because the Valorant scene and the Riot scene, Riot Games in general, has a lot of LGBTQ players. I don't know what it is about Riot's games that specifically draws them to the games, but apparently they have quite a bit, or at least the fan base has quite a lot of supporters at the very least, which again is fine. And so a lot of people, when they were going into streams, and obviously if you look at the agent Clove, she does look like a girl. Like if I'm going to be in a game calling her out, I'm going to be like, oh, Clove, she's one shot, she's one shot. I'm not going to take the time to sit there and think about her proper pronouns. I might call her a he several times, just because that's just how I say things. If I'm playing League of Legends, for instance, and someone's playing a female character and I almost kill him in combat, but I don't take the time to be like, oh, she's one shot. I'll say like, oh, Kaisa's one shot, or he's one shot, or she's one shot. I don't care. I'm just going to call it out how I see it. Whether I say he, she, they, them, PQ, the character's name, any of that, it doesn't really matter to me, because I'm just doing it for the call outs. I really don't care what the character is in most scenarios. So I don't understand why misgendering a character is the end of the world to these people. I really can't wrap my head around the conundrum that they're having over this entire thing. And apparently there have been people who have been getting like chat banned and things like that for misgendering the character in like chat. I'm sure it has to do with somebody having to report them, because I don't think the automatic chat's going to be like, they're specifically talking about this character. Like, I feel like that'd be pretty tough. But it's been in a big uproar over the last you know, week or two now since the character's been out, and it's only gotten more polarizing, and again, for absolutely no reason. I don't see a reason for these people to be so upset over a video game character. Again, most people who are playing these games aren't playing them because they're like, oh, they have representation in these games, and no, we're playing them because they're fun. Like, I play League of Legends, and there's a ton of representation in that game, but I'm not playing the white guy who's not athletic or anything like that. I'm not. I play a weird lamb lady. In Valorant, when I did play it, I didn't play the white dude just because I'm a white guy. I played the freaking Reaper dude. I can't remember his name, but I played him because he was fun. He was cool. That was it. That was the whole thought process behind it. I didn't care if he was good, if he was bad, if I was trolling, if not. I didn't care. He was a fun agent, and that's who I wanted to play as. And it's the same thing with any other game. When I play Warzone, for instance, I don't pick a skin based off of like whether it's a boy or a girl or whether this character's background suits the same as mine. I pick it because I'm like, oh, that thing looks cool, or that skin looks funny, or is stupid, or totally fits my personality or my play style, or whatever. Or maybe it's like an all black skin, so it gives me, maybe in my mind, I think it gives me a little bit of a competitive edge because I'll be harder to see or something. Like that's it. Nobody really cares about this stuff, and it's really freaking stupid to see like Valorant streamers trying to ban people or not giving a shit about a random freaking video game character. Like, it's not like this is an everyday ordeal. Like, you're not gonna be going around out in public talking about, you know, the new Valorant character. Nobody would have cared. Nobody would have known. If you asked 99% of the population, they would have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. So it's really not that big of a deal. But anyways, guys, I just thought this was something really stupid and funny to talk about. This shit gets dumber and dumber every week. I swear to God. Like, I'll be scrolling through like Instagram or Twitter or anything, just trying to find some crap to ramble about on YouTube, and then I come across this junk where people are getting banned for not using proper pronouns in a Twitch chat about a character that just came out and nobody knows about yet. So, because they haven't had the chance to play her, probably because she's brand freaking new. But anyways, guys, thank you for your time. If you did enjoy me, please like, comment, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It all absolutely means a ton to the channel. It helps me out with the algorithm, and we are on the road to becoming affiliated here on YouTube. So every subscription really, really helps, guys. And until the next video, guys, Godspeed.